Hey guys, welcome back to Mama Medic 2.0. Today I would like to touch on something that's kind of been on my mind for a while. It's definitely been pretty irritating actually and kind of embarrassing to watch it happen. Mothers and fathers and people who don't have children, anybody, there's just been so much judgment going on lately. Somebody's always doing something wrong or not good enough or the wrong way, the right way, the stupid way, the horrible way. You're killing your kid, you're helping your kid. There's so much judgment being passed and it's just unwarranted. I see, of course, the stay-at-home mom versus working mom debate pretty much every day. And I'm not really going to put my input in there. I just know that both moms work very hard and everything has difficulties, everybody struggles in their own way, and then there's the stay-at-home dads and they have a problem with all of these stereotypes. And I follow a page on Facebook who's always posting things, about how offensive it is that all of the e-cards and all of the sayings and quotes and things that float around Facebook are basically how great moms are, and they don't really include dads. And I don't think that's true either. I think if you look, you'll find anything that you want to find, and if you look hard enough, you can probably ignore anything that you don't want to find. Then there's the breastfeeding mothers versus the formula feeding mothers, and how, breast is best and formula is science and technology, and let it go. Who cares? If you'd like to breastfeed your child, go ahead and breastfeed your child. If you don't hassle me because I don't want to. I breastfed my children and then I didn't. I did both, just like most other people in the world did. The vaccinating parents, that's another big one. Again, I don't really want to weigh in too much on that, but people do what they think is best for their child. That is your job as a parent, is to care for your child and to make the decisions that you think are going to help them best. You do the best you can with what you've got, and it works or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, you find another way. You don't break children, generally speaking. You do what you can, and once they grow up, they're going to make their own life choices anyway. All you can do is, I guess, hope for the best. But the big thing that really got me started on this video is something that I had seen floating around Facebook, and it was a picture of a mom on an iPhone, and it was this big, long-winded poem thing, I guess you could say, basically about how wrong she was and how she was missing her child's life. And I read it on the comments, and I think I may have weighed in something myself. And the comments were really, really, really nasty. Half of these people wanted to crucify her for being on her iPhone at the park, and the other half wanted to, stick up for her and help her out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of the people who are really judgy are the people who don't have kids. And I see that a lot. It's really easy to judge when you've never been there. It is. It looks horrible. When I take my children to the grocery store, my daughter screams, and I put her in timeout in front of the mustard, which has happened. I've done it. People look at you like, what kind of a horrible parent are you? Or can't you control your children in public? Oh, no, they're kids. They can't always be controlled. That's what timeout's for. And people, mothers who stay home, fathers who stay home, whatever, don't really get a lot of time to themselves. And I understand it's a selfless thing, it's not about you, blah, 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 whatever. What I'm getting at is when I take my kids to the park and it's closed in, or they're in swings and they can't get hurt, or I don't have to worry, or they're playing with a bunch of kids and there's, I don't need to be on them 24/7. I need to be there. I need to be near them, but I don't need to stare at them for the entire time that we're at the park. I can look at my phone. I can make a call. I can send a text. I can check Facebook. I can check YouTube. I can do things while I'm at the park with my children. I don't have to be staring at them the whole time. Time at the park and time in places like that is good for everybody. Not only do the kids get to go out and blow off some steam, but you get a couple minutes of quiet. And for somebody who stays home all day like I do, that's hard to come by. That's really hard to come by. I think that we need to kind of help each other out. I see so many people against each other and so few people helping out and offering it, not even advice. Most people don't want advice, but just help, or just to listen on a day where your kids are screaming and you can't find anything to make for dinner and the laundry backs up and everything happens one by one, and nobody's just like, wow, that sucks. That's really awful. I'm sorry your life sucks at the moment. It'll get better though. It's, why didn't you do the laundry before? Why, you have 10 loads of laundry now, but they're backed up. You should have done them before. Or you should have done this, or you should have done that, but you don't know why I didn't. Maybe I was sick. Maybe my kids were sick. Maybe we were out. I guess it really goes back to the, don't judge a person unless you've walked in their shoes. But when it comes to the case of parenting, that doesn't even apply. You'll never quite know how somebody is parenting, why they're parenting that way, how that child is when you're not looking. And, it's just the support. You have to be supportive. You have to help out. You have to try and understand the hell that sometimes other parents go through and sympathize a little bit, Say, I went through this. I'm sorry. I went through two kids teething. Maybe you had twins and they teethed and potty trained at the same time, and it was crazy, and you know exactly what somebody else is going through. Then you help them out. You don't tease them. You don't make fun of them. You don't talk about them behind their back. Oh, well, I would have done it this way. Well, did you suggest that? No, you just talked about her behind her back. We need to spend less time judging and more time helping. This is something that I'd like to work on myself too. And it's just, I guess if you're going to be judgmental and horrible, do it quietly. I don't know. You can't stop people from being who they are. People are going to judge and compare, and that's human nature. But to do so publicly or even within your group of friends, it's just, I don't know. Keep your thoughts to yourself, I guess. Anyway, that's just how I happen to feel about it. So, thanks.